Hello, beautiful souls of love and light. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world and whatever time and space you're watching that. And if you don't know me, my name is Eliza Mozal. I am a vibrational healer, an energy healer, and I am a spiritual mentor as well. And I help people reconnect with their divinity, with their core, with their divinity, and with their sovereignty. And right now it is Wednesday morning. I'm in Scotland and I'm just enjoying the most amazing spectacular that it can happen, and it happens twice a day. Not every day, but lots of days. So I have a sun rising over here on this side. I'm not sure if you can see that through this camera. The sun is rising over here, and then something amazing happens here because I have here moon. Can you see the half of the moon? There it is over there. And the absolutely amazing thing happened is that I was actually, let me tell you how am I, what this video is all about. So I have just finished a very powerful healing session I was doing with a lady from New Zealand. So I woke up, I've done this session super early, and it was really beautiful and powerful, and it helped me to understand how little I have passed on so far about our own divinity and us reconnecting with our own divinity. So I'll be talking here a little bit about that. And if for some reason you feel like you are so tired of being in that low vibration, so tired of feeling this like being a human is a burden, this video is exactly for you. And before the end of the video there will be quite few clarity points that you would be able to receive, whether it is your own heart or your own knowing that it's gonna wake up and let you know the next step that will be the best for you, so you can experience a little bit more of your own divinity. So let me just maybe share that divinity is something that back in the day I looked upon as something definitely not available for me, right? So I looked at myself as a really low here, and divinity and all of that, that was for the angels, right? That was for the angels, that was for the tales and Greek gods and all that stuff, and all the other beings. But definitely it wasn't something for me. I felt about myself really low. One of the biggest things I worked in this lifetime was to overcome low self-esteem and non-existent self-esteem, which in my case comes from being brought up in less than nurturing environment, when that self-esteeming mechanism wasn't developed within me. And usually that self-esteem is developed between age 0 or before even you were born, because this is the things I was shown as well, until about year 7, maybe years old. After that, if that self-esteem, healthy self-esteeming system isn't developed within a child, it's going to be pretty difficult. And that explains for me the codependence and other addictions and other very destructive behavior patterns, thought patterns that I was mistaking as myself, as me. So with that non-existent self-esteem, I constantly felt really low about myself, feeling, refeeling, and creating and recreating feelings of guilt and shame, feeling not good enough, feeling not worthy, which resulted in me doing lots of crazy things that would take that feeling away. But at the end of the day, it was actually bringing me so much more of guilt and shame, because of all the things that we've been told is good and bad, and you should be this and that, and you should not be this and all that stuff. So let me just give you an example with even with relationships in the past. I would be feeling just so low about myself All the work I would do is the outside work, which is my look, which is my clothes, being slim, size 6 in UK and all that stuff, and going into dating apps, and then 2-3 days later waking up and feeling like, you know what, I'm done. I'm smiling now because I managed to overcome that suicidal feeling that I was struggling with for such a long time. That deeply rooted depression, social anxiety, that feeling that I am just not worthy of anything that is good. I managed to overcome that through the work that I've done. But a huge part of it was connecting and reconnecting with my own divinity, and first realizing, oh my goodness, I actually am not selfish at the core. I actually am absolutely and entirely worthy of even acknowledging that there is a divine within me, and it is within any other man, woman, and child. It is within every single one of us, and every single one of us has the potential to tap in to that divinity in any moment, in any time. And when I started understanding that, I started realizing that the meditations that I'm doing, the yoga that I'm doing, eating light, and which makes my body feel lighter and so much more healthier, those nature walks that I'm doing, these talks and chats, really open-hearted talks and chats that I have with other people, and how I dive into these like visions and knowings that I have in my meditations, and I let them be without judgment, and I let them guide me instead of oh no, I wonder what would Julie think about it. If Julie would think that I'm crazy, that I better tap it out. No. I just gave myself full permission to tap into that within me that was trying to show me something. And I started understanding that all of us has that divine spark within. You can actually see it. If you connect with someone, if I connect with someone, I bring that high vibrational frequency, energy of love and light. So I bring the vibration, and that vibration goes entirely up. Sometimes even people shake, their body shake, because the vibration just takes you so high up. And I myself, in my visions, in my meditations, went through so much of that, because my vibration was adjusted, my vibration was brought up, so I was literally shaking, and my body was getting used to that new high vibration. If you are sensitive to the energies, if you can read energies, you can read from my eyes, you can see how clear they are, because of the work that I'm doing on myself. And trust me, this is not just physical. Everything is energy. Everything is energy that it later on, it manifests itself into this 3D world, which is kind of a reality, because everything is real and everything is a dream, but it's a totally different story. So when we are deciding, there comes a moment in all of our lives when the door of opportunity entirely opens. You meet someone, for example, who shines so bright, and it lets you know, how come I don't feel like that about myself? Or there is another situation, you feel so uncomfortable in the life you have created for yourself, and you start realizing, I've done this. I made this life. I made myself busy 24/7. I made myself tired and exhausted. I made this life where I'm surrounded by people and I see them as a curse, as a toxicity, I'm the one who have created that life. So if I have created that life, can I create totally opposite? Can I create the most beautiful thing out of it, in it? Can I bring grace, love, and light? When that window of opportunity opens up, the right people, places, and situations will be placed on your path to help you and help that divine that it is within you climb out. That's why so many people feel there comes a moment, and I had many of them, when I felt so tight in my own body. I felt so uncomfortable. It's like, get me out of here. Like, so untied, because the divinity within me no longer fit the picture that my head was showing me, right? My head was telling me I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of love, and lots of other things that you know, that poverty is my destiny and all that stuff. And that divine within me was like, it's time to get rid of that. And it gave me so many opportunities, especially last year, to let go of that old stuff that no longer fits that expansive picture, that expansive and beautiful feeling of me feeling my own divinity. And the first, that was a session about regression, like the past life regression session that I had, which it was about a year and a half ago. So the first one that I had, the funny thing happened because I didn't saw the spark within. Like I knew it, everyone has a spark here, and it looks a little bit like a star in the sky, and you can expand that spark and you can feed it with your love and attention, and it feeds you back with your own divinity, with you reconnecting with your own divinity. So this is a clue how to do that in your meditations, in your walks, in your connection with nature and yourself. But I saw something a little bit different within, and I was entirely puzzled. And I saw a huge big ball like lava, like ball of lava, like sun, like red, yellow, orange, burning. And it's not like a danger or anything, it just actually felt like something huge and big. And I started, I started putting pieces together, and more was shown to me on my own journey, so I can reconnect with that divinity and step entirely into my own empowered shoes. If for any reason whatsoever you are on the part of your journey here and now where you entirely don't feel like there is actually the divine within me, when you don't feel that, assurance, when you maybe know with your mind but you don't feel it with your heart. Maybe you are on the part of your journey where you feel in doubt, when you're doubting, how come all these things that I thought is gonna happen didn't happen, right? This is just another beautiful opportunity for you to take your attention from outside and more and deeper into your own magnificent and beautiful core. Let me reassure you about something. You didn't came this far just to come this far. You didn't came here just to sit back and say, oh well, it didn't happen, ah well. You came here to tap into your own magnificence that it is within you, whichever way you want to see that and feel it and magnify it, because every single thing we're focusing on, it is going to grow. If we are focused on the news, this is what is gonna grow, which is fear, lack, not good enough, being a part of a cattle that follows, the lead. In the other hand, you have a full right and full power to take your power back by simply shifting your attention here, turning off the things that make you feel not so good, and tapping inside through so many different meditations, through so many different present moments into who you truly are deep within. You come from source, and the mother, father, source energy, whichever way you want to call it, because it isn't about the name, it's again about the power behind the name and what it can do for you. I felt broken, not good enough, and messed up for 90% of my life, and it doesn't matter, it doesn't stop me. It actually fueled my transmutation, transition from not good enoughness into I am actually more than enough. And I still have these thoughts, I still have these emotions, and then in this present moment I choose entirely here to tune in within my truth. And then maybe a day later or a few hours later I will feel a little bit discouraged, or I will feel a little bit disorientated, or I will feel a little bit like my attention and my focus went away. And that's okay, because majority of my life this is where I was. My attention was entirely scattered and was always outside of me, trying to seek for that which would fulfill me. And it didn't happen because I'm already full, I'm already more than enough. So if this is the message that speaks to you, my encouragement is for you to tap within your own gorgeous and beautiful energy. If you can feel here and now the energy that flows from me to you through this video, you're good. You're really good. And all you've got to do is just to focus more and more and more in this present moment on being here and now with yourself, letting go on more and more of these labels, pictures, and just dive in as deep as you can into your own inner work. Dr. Joe Dispenza, his work is just entirely opened the door for me. It's like I've been praying this prayer of St. Francis of Assisi for years on end, every single day, many times per day. Lord, make me a channel of thy peace. Father, Lord, make me an instrument of your love, you know? And when that finally started happening more and more and more, other people who use the same prayer would ask me, what's happened? What's happening to you? And I'm like, the prayer comes into fruition. You know, it's good. It's good. This is what I've been praying for. And it's beautiful as well, you know, to not just be here for myself. I am here so I can be of use to others. It feels absolutely amazing to be able to help someone on their journey and make them realize that they are the divinity that they've been seeking for, you know, that they are this beautiful, overwhelming feeling of unconditional love from themselves towards themselves, that there is no longer need to seek for, you know, this and that to fulfill that. And if the old way of thinking creeps in, it's okay, because we've been practicing that for how long? 30, 40, 50, 60 years in just this lifetime, not mentioning everything around us is surrounded with that vibration. So divinity as well is a little bit like a spectrum of vibration. And if you ever saw it, maybe it's Alan Watts that has that in his book. So there is this like a scale of vibration, and the lowest possible vibration and energy frequency is guilt and shame, which is between 0 and 20, between death and I'm gonna die soon. And I was living on that frequency for 90% of my life, and I'm 39 right now. So it's absolutely freeing and so liberating to be able to most of my time spent on a totally higher vibration. And then from that lower vibration goes up through anger, acceptance, willingness, allowance, you know, neutrality, and then tuning into that love, light, enlightenment frequency where we are feeling just entirely at one with all. And you know what's as well? I thought back in the day that if I'm not in that frequency 24/7, that's just a lie, and it is not. There's so many people I met, and I thought for the first few weeks and months, they are enlightened. I am talking to an enlightened person. This is my friend. And then I would realize that they're actually jumping with that vibration, and that's more than okay. And I've asked the questions, I've asked my divine team, why? What's going on? What's happening? What do I need to change in my perception to be able to bring more light and grace into not just my experience, but everyone else? And the answer I got is that Eliza, every single thing in this experience is just another spectrum of light. And each time I would see that, I would see a rainbow and the different shades, and in between the shades and all the glow that it is all around it, you know. And I would see it and I would look at it. Yes, me saying that this is wrong is just a resistance in place and not allowing it to flow through me, instead of just observing it, watching it, experiencing, enriching my own soul and divinity with that experience. So the second I'm saying, this is right, I need to have this in my life, if not, I'm no longer divine or whatever, right? So detaching from the have to, shoulds, and good and bad and black and white. That's what's been a big part of my journey to reconnecting with that divine within me and all around me. And it is with every single one of us. I no longer look at sick people, or people who are seen by the environment as evil. I no longer look at them this way. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to be around some type of energies, and the biggest reason is that I've been called since the beginning of past year to work with children, My energy is gonna be purified all the time. It is being purified on a daily basis. My vibration is gonna keep on getting higher and higher and higher. There is no going back here. There is no going back. And I am in the process of helping people, especially with their inner child work. There is extremely profound energy that runs through me if we are doing an inner child healing on a session with an adult. I've already had experience a session with a child, and I was absolutely entirely blown away with the purity and magnificence of energy that it was flowing through me for that child, for helping that child. So that's why I am not interested in some type of energies, because this is simply not my path. I am perfectly clear that I am not here to help everyone with everything. There is a specific path that I am on at the moment, and this is helping you reconnect with your own divinity and with your own sovereignty. Stop being a cattle, stop following the masses, connect with your own heart, connect with your own magnificence, with that love that makes you feel like, wow, this is amazing. So my job is to help people right now who are feeling lost, who are feeling disconnected, who are feeling trapped in guilt and shame and fear vibration, but only those who are entirely ready. You know what? Enough is enough. I'm done with feeling shitty about myself, my life, and others. I am ready to entirely step into my own divinity. I am ready to step into my own empowered shoes. And then I come in helping flood you with that magnificent energy from higher realms, through the energy that I have myself, and I'm creating, and I'm generating, and I'm bringing. And this is what I'm helping. At the moment, until the 14th of January, what is it today, 5th, 6th? Yes, so till the 14th of January, I have a special offer for 3 different session types. So if you are interested in stepping into your own high vibration, if you are entirely ready to invest in yourself through 1, 2, or 3, let me squeeze my fingers, or 3 sessions with myself, please send me a message, and straight away I should be told by my own divine team whether I am the person to help you or should I direct you to someone else. Thank you for being amazing, fabulous, and being a part of my journey. If you're watching till the end, if you're listening that till the end, please post an emoji on the bottom. It will let me know, because the numbers don't always say the truth. Especially if you speak about stuff like that. There is a reason for it. So thank you for being absolutely magnificent and amazing. Thank you for being who you are and shining bright. Have a beautiful, absolutely beautiful rest of your day, rest of your night, beginning of your day. And just don't forget, the divine within you is just knocking to its door. Hey, anyone there? Yes, me. Awesome. Okay, lots and lots and lots of love, beautiful souls of light, and I will speak to you very soon. Mwah.